Have you ever noticed that when you believe something, you keep finding evidence that proves you're right? This phenomenon is not just a coincidence. It's a deeply ingrained cognitive bias that affects us all. Whether it's politics, relationships, or even your health, our brains trick us into seeing only what we want to see. This is called confirmation bias, the tendency to seek, interpret, and remember information that supports our existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory evidence. Think about it in politics. We often only read news that aligns with our views. In relationships, we might focus on our partner's flaws if we believe the relationship is doomed. Even in health, we might ignore symptoms that don't fit our self-diagnosis. Our brains are wired for patterns, so we naturally prefer information that feels familiar and comfortable. This bias affects everything, from how we vote to how we judge people. It even impacts mental health. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll focus on failures and ignore successes. The good news? You can break the cycle by actively seeking different perspectives. Want to challenge your thinking? Next time you have a strong opinion, pause and ask, what would prove me wrong? Try reading something from the opposite perspective. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but that's a sign you're growing. Expanding your mind is true intelligence. So, how can you start? Begin by questioning your assumptions. When you read an article or hear a piece of news, ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence supports the opposite view? Engage in conversations with people who have different viewpoints. Listen actively and try to understand their reasoning. This doesn't mean you have to agree, but it will broaden your perspective. Remember, breaking free from confirmation bias is a continuous process. It requires effort and mindfulness, but the rewards are immense. You'll become more open-minded, empathetic, and better equipped to navigate a complex world. Comment below. When was the last time you changed your mind about something? Share your experiences and let's learn from each other. Together, we can cultivate a more thoughtful and informed society.